To analyze the current trajectory of human potential, we begin with a 31-year-old Boston transplant, currently operating out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The standard 30-something milestone report usually tracks home ownership and career advancement. This subject's data looks different. A history of psychiatric stays beginning at age 8, type 2 diabetes management, and a medical record that has effectively gatekept their ability to legally drive a car. Rather than a failure of effort, the record shows a massive reallocation of energy. The cognitive resources typically reserved for professional climbing were instead diverted into surviving decades of medical and psychological volatility. This demographic profile reflects that shift. The asset list includes an all-black wardrobe, a pixie cut paired with a beard, and a Monster Energy claw mark tattoo. These are the practical, low-maintenance components of a self-defined identity.
In the underground local scene, this silhouette represents a DIY pit vet, a person who has optimized their existence for personal autonomy and endurance, functioning entirely outside the mainstream corporate algorithm. We move to case study A, a domestic flatulence contest that escalated from a private competition into a multi-state environmental hazard. This chart tracks the impact. The husband's output was a tactical misfire, but the wife's strike registered as an atmospheric meltdown, compromising the betting. Then, the dog launched a Class 5 seismic assault, triggering a multi-regional biohazard event visible from orbit. The event prompted a rare joint committee from the Divine Tribunal and the U.S. government to issue a ceasefire, as forestry officials and historical messengers alike were forced into a tactical retreat. Achieving this level of mutually assured olfactory destruction suggests a household that has replaced formal societal rules with a specialized, highly intimate internal logic. Case study B examines the couple's daily ritual of trying to make a mom. Despite the anatomical impossibility of biological pregnancy in this pairing, the routine remains a consistent part of their schedule. This routine bypasses standard reproductive science entirely. It is a daily commitment to a shared joke, functioning as a playful subversion of traditional family planning expectations. The domestic environment is further shaped by case study C, the glucose control soundtrack. This is melodic metalcore performed on an electric tenor ukulele, designed to punch through overdrive pedals with high-tension strings. To manage the resulting sonic environment, the couple utilizes somatic grounding by equipping a hyperactive puppy in a tactical vest. The deep pressure therapy creates a calm, stoic animal capable of ignoring the heavy breakdowns echoing through the apartment. These specific daily interactions, the impossible biological goals, and the tactical dog armor create an impenetrable domestic bubble, shielding the household from the external pressures of the mainstream world. Society often evaluates this lifestyle using flawed math, like the attempt to divide 48 by 44. The result is a temporal loop of 0.09, repeating forever. For a 31-year-old with stalled milestones, it represents the feeling of being perpetually stuck in a numerical purgatory. But the subject bypassed this calculation by applying a different metric, Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow spent decades in academic offices theorizing that self-actualization was a slow, top-tier achievement. He didn't account for the possibility of speedrunning the hierarchy using digital tools. Exactly 48 hours before their 31st birthday, the subject used an AI chatbot to process their remaining deficit needs. They shifted their status into maintenance mode, effectively putting self-actualization on auto-renew right as their 20s expired. This is the ultimate DIY hack. Success is not matching the high school highlight reel. It's looking at the data, refusing to correct the AI's mistakes, and leaning into the chaotic reality of your own high-lube mix.